Welcome back. This is the last video this week. The communion Passer Invenit. The turtle dove finds her house. Anyway, before we get too distracted, let's get into it. So before we start, please subscribe and hit that bell. And while you're down there, hit the thumbs up. Because who doesn't like thumbs up? And who doesn't like chant? If you don't like chant, who are you? Passer Invenit sibi dominum. Domum. Don't say dominum. Domum is a house. Okay, some tone painting in this and some really tricky mode here. So this is a transposed mode 1. It is transposed to Aeolian. What's Aeolian? Well, think of La is minor. So if we, kind of modern diatonic scales, we're in, this one's going to be in D minor. So we're going to start on an F, but go, so it goes in a minor, but it will always have that flat because of where it was transposed. But then you get a cool opportunity for pulos, suos, to go to another mode, mode 4. It's super cool. You get this kind of weird moment there. And we're going to see all of that in the tutorial. I'm going to do a tutorial first where I kind of comment as I sing it. And then after that, if you want to skip that, I'm going to put down in the description the timestamp for when I just sing straight through it. And again, this week I've been adding a little bit of echo and EQ to my singing, hopefully to make it more palatable and just a little more listenable. Listenable? Sure. Passer. So like I said, it's kind of a weird, it starts on Do and goes to Fa. Let's listen to what that sounds like. Passer invenit sibi domum. Weird, right? You're like, where am I? Notice the asterisk is right away, so you're gonna have to be ready to jump in on that singing. Practice that with your choir. Let's hear that again. Passer invenit sibi domum et tornidum. I love that. That's a little tone painting. The turtle dove. Dove, some kind of dove. Passer is a sparrow. The sparrow finds her house, and the turtle dove her nest. Tor. So you can kind of like, it even sounds like a turtle dove flapping, doesn't it, when you say that? Tor. It's like, or like how they kind of go, right? It's one of those words, automatopoeia, where it sounds like what it says it is. But anyway, I love that little bit. So rather than me continuing to talk about it, why don't we keep going? Ubi reponat. Ubi reponat pulosos. Weird, right? So all of a sudden, now you're like totally confused. Where am I? This sounds a little bit like a mode 4 or a mode 3, but you're not there. You are going to change. It's going to come. And it comes at the end of Deus meus, but not quite. So you're going to see how it finally on Laudabunte ends. We have in the past sung this and then like gone into a different key just because it's difficult to keep this one. But let's keep going. So altaria. Altaria tua Domine virtutum. Notice on the Domine, don't squeeze your throat shut. Domine, da 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 da, all major seconds. Da da da, whole steps. There's your half step. Rex meus. Rex meus. Et Deus meus. Excuse me. Deus meus. That's tricky. It's tricky because now you've canceled the flat but you never sang through that, so it's kind of like, oh yeah, there's no flat there. Et Deus meus. Now we're in mode 1. Beati qui habitant in domo tua in saeculum saeculi. I kind of went too fast, sorry. In domo tua. Wait. That's it. In domo tua. In domo tua. That's a tricky one. Also beati. Let's get there first. Beati qui habitant. You have to really kind of slow it down and not rush through those pes and pedes, pedi. I forget. You can't rush through those neumes because if you rush through them, things get weird. Because it's harder to sing that way. And I kind of like think I'm a computer, like with a processor, and you kind of get to something that's harder to process, so you kind of go, and you just slow down a little bit. It's like buffering. So, that's my image analogy for that. And for the listener too, it is tricky to get all of that. So slowing down there, it doesn't make you a bad singer. It just makes you a good listener. In saeculum. In saeculum saeculi laudabunt te. Beautiful. I love that ending. My goodness. On the lao, the diphthong, you can put the U sound on the liquescent. So it's kind of cool. But that's about it. All right, I'm going to drop down 7:45. We're going to sing the communion all the way through, and then we'll call it a communion. Passer invenit sibi domum, et turnidum. Ubi reponat pullosus. Altaria tua Domine virtutum. Rex meus. Et Deus meus, beati qui habitant in domo tua, in saeculum saeculi laudabunt te. Oh, I love that. I love that. Beautiful. What a communion. And that is a communion. Thank you for joining me. My name is William. It's been a pleasure singing with you this week. Happy chanting. God bless you. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the video. And we'll see you next week for Laetare Sunday. We made it halfway through Lent. So I hope your Lent has been good. And again, God bless you. Let's pray for each other. We'll see you next week. Bye now.